Well, it is another burning hot day today, but I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting. I'm going to see if I can get 10 trees cut for potential rails and cut them to my 12-foot length. So I've got my box off of my little logging trailer, so I'm going to start cutting and stacking, and we'll see how that goes. This is just an experiment here to see how it works out. The trees are so thick in there, it is going to be tricky dropping them out. That one took a little bit to get to come over, but it did. So I'll start measuring it off. Well, that's not good. I just threw the chain off of the chainsaw, and I may have lost one of the nuts for it too. So we'll have to take care of that before we're going any farther. Well, I've got 5 cuts so far. I got the chainsaw fixed, the chain back on, and found the missing nut with my metal detector. But this area, the trees are so crowded that they're very stunted part way up. So it's hard to get a decent diameter and get 2 lengths out of it. So I'm getting 1 length out of these poles and then throwing quite a bit of the rest of the tree away just because it gets way too skinny to get another 12-foot length out, which is kind of disappointing. But it's also getting blazing hot out here. We're 35 in the shade now, and I'm starting to melt. And it's not very good for the chainsaws, or me. So I think I am just going to clean up and put this away and go get some lemonade and take a break. So I still got a teeny bit of shade here. I'm going to see what it's like to debark these trees when they're this green. And so far it seems to be coming off pretty good. I got this knife from Lee Valley. It is specifically for debarking trees, and it's pretty sharp, works quite nicely, at least to get it started. Well, there's my first 5 rails, all barked, cut to length, and ready to go. So we'll stack these up, and I think that will be it for today. Okay, we're back out in the shop here today. I've got to get my chainsaw sharpened, and I want to try to reconfigure my little logging trailer to make it a little easier to carry the rails around. So I'm going to look at doing that. I've had a bit of an incident for myself over the last couple of days. I've managed to find some poison ivy, I think, and I've got it all over my neck and partway down my chest and on my wrists. So that's pretty damn uncomfortable. So I'm just trying to do some stuff to keep myself busy and try to keep my mind off of this for a couple of days. And of course today we're still in the heat wave. You can see here the temperature inside the shop. Oh boy, it's getting up there. So I'm not sure how long I'll stay outside today. I'm going to change into my working gear and then get that trailer around and see if I can get it figured out.
So because I'm not using the dump anymore, or at least at the time on this trailer, I don't need this. It just gets in the way. So I'm going to pull it off so I can get a little more room for my posts. Alright, well let's get that done.
So I want to have a quick look at a better spot for taking my posts out of the bush. So let's jump on the ATV and we'll have a quick ride down there. Plus that'll give us a bit of a breeze. It's a bit bumpy, hang on. So this is the area I'm thinking of. There is a pretty good supply of trees, of cedar, and a lot of it's a good size for what I'm looking for, and it's going to be fairly easy to get in and out of. So I think this will work very nicely. And it will have me working in the shade, which will be a real treat. But of course there is the deer fly issue. They are all over the place as usual. So let's have a little farther back in peek, and then we'll head out of here. So this is where the hydro lines come through, and they have cleared it back, of course, to make room for the lines and for them to service them. But this gives me a really nice spot to be able to come back in and turn the trailer around and that kind of thing. We're actually pretty close to the road from here. We're fairly close to where I was digging out earth to put in the latest storage dome. So we'll go by that and head back to the house. Hey guys, well here we are back in the shop. It's finally not quite as hot as it has been, although the humidity is really, really high today. So I'll give you a quick update. I haven't had the best last maybe 4 days. I've really been struggling with this stupid poison ivy exposure that got really very uncomfortable. So we're pretty much through that now, so that's getting a little better. So hopefully we get a break in this heat and I can get things back on track. Right now we're sitting at about 25, but with the ridiculously high humidity, making it feel like about 32 from what I'm told. So it's still pretty uncomfortable, and my glasses constantly fog up as soon as I start moving. But we've got some progress made, even though it's been some uncomfortable days. The logging trailer is ready to go for the rails. That's a good thing. I've got a little bit of chain sharpening to do again, just to get ready for going down to our next spot and take some rails down there. And hopefully that will go along a little smoother and a little easier than it was up beside the tractor dome. That was a little bit awkward, a little bit crowded, and really hot because it was mostly being done right in the sun. So the next spot will be pretty much all in the shade. The other thing that's a bit of a relief is the caterpillar infestation is over, but that has now transferred into these stupid moths that are all over the place. It's just, they're everywhere. But at least they're not eating the leaves off the tree. We'll have to wait till next year to see how the big oaks fared from this. Hopefully they'll come back. It has not been an easy season for them. So for today, it's just going to be a couple of odd jobs, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get down and start cutting again. All right, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll see you out on the trail with the chainsaws going.